Good evening. Happy Tuesday. I am Julie with Creations by Julie. I do a live every Tuesday and Friday nights at 6:30, and I very much appreciate y'all taking a few minutes out of your night with us. Tonight, we're going to make 5 little bunnies. Most of them are simple enough and easy enough you can do them with kids. So, as usual, we're going to draw a winner from our live last Friday, where we're giving away these cute little, they almost look like felt, little carrots that have a sticky thing. You can use them for scratch.
Hunter said hello, Teresa, Bishop Hughes, and Miss Reiki.
Yay! Welcome, y'all. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully, we'll go through things fairly fast, but not too fast. I'm going to tell y'all, last week, the stuffed carrot was a disaster. And you never know, I've done probably 20 of those things. And then you get on live, and if anything's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong on live. When I got off the live and looked, that poor carrot had like 3 places where stuffing was coming out of it. I just tossed it in the trash. But I hope y'all are brave enough to try doing it and that yours turns out good, because it's an easy project. But anyway, that's why we're going to do the carrots that were last week. But we're going to draw, as usual, it's going to pull a name from our cup, and let's see who gets the cute little carrots this week.
Karen Hunter.
Karen, congratulations. I will get these cute little carrots to you this next week. Ed, do you want to move that so it's not in the way? We've got
Judy Smith says she's made it so far and she'll hang around as long as she can.
Well, Judy, I appreciate you coming on to start with, and of course you can always go back and watch the replay. That's the one good thing. I actually before I did lives, I actually tried doing a couple of just recorded videos, and y'all, they weren't that long, but it took Facebook like a day and a half to actually get them to post. So I just decided, you know what, just jump in the lake and do the lives and do it. We actually have a couple. You don't even want to know. We actually have another contest we're going to do tonight, but I'll tell you about it in a few minutes and why I decided. I love to give things away. But now let's talk about what the freebie is going to be for tonight, and tell you, if you're new to my page, tell me you're new so I can welcome you and everybody else can welcome you. It seems like we have a good group of ladies that I'm very fortunate that they hop on every week or every live. I go live twice a week for right now. But the freebie tonight is actually going to be a combination of a couple of things we're going to use tonight. You're going to get this cute little rabbit napkin. And then I'm going to give you 2 of these cute little rabbit wood. They're almost like ornaments because they're from Dollar Tree, but they come with the little things to hang them if you wanted to. But I'm going to show you a couple of ways you can use these. But this will be the freebie for tonight. And if you're new, let me just go over. I know those of you that are not new know exactly. Our word is going to be bunny. So all you have to do to be eligible to get your name in our little cup is to spread the love and post this video to your friends on your page. Just use that little SHARE button down at the bottom, the word that Facebook does not like us to say. A lot of people say sprinkle. Facebook has caught on to that. They don't want you to use that either. So that's why we use a different word every week, because I love to give away free things. So we're going to do that, and your keyword is bunny. Once you have spread the love and SHARE the video to your page, come back to this video and in the comments put the word bunny. You'll have till Friday about 3 o'clock to enter. You can enter as many times as you want to. Have your name in the cup every time you share. So let's see, what else was I going to say about that? If you're watching on replay, you're also eligible, but you just need to be careful that you make sure you come back to my page, like and follow it, so that Facebook will tell me that you shared the video. Then go into the comments of this original video and put the word bunny. Otherwise, if I'm not a friend with you on Facebook, I don't see that you put it on. So we've got 5 different bunnies to work on tonight. So let's just kind of get started with the first one. And Ed's gonna zoom in, I think. So this is the first, and of course we did stuffed carrots. You got to do stuffed bunny. Hopefully my stuffed bunny tonight will turn out better than the stuffed carrot did. Okay, and I'll tell you, this little bunny is about 9 inches tall, and all you need is to find a color sheet, or if you just Google free bunny outline or something like that. That's how I came across this. It was then I printed it out. If you can't find one, if you want this one, I have it saved as a JPEG, and I can send you the file. Just message me and let me know that that you want it, and give me your email address. But this is what I'm going to use. I picked up this fabric. It was in you can do this on any kind of fabric, felt, whatever you've got, any material. I picked this up. It was in a bundle of all types of different black and white. I think I got it at Walmart for like $5. And you can see it's enough to make a bunny and several carrots. So what I'm going to do to get started is I'm going to take my little bunny, and I'm just going to fold it to where I can cut out 2 pieces. Now with our carrot, remember I said if you're doing something with a pattern, I would cut it out this way so that once you turn it wrong side out. I'm not going to trace around this. I'm just going to cut around it so I don't have to worry about that. I just don't want to waste any fabric. So, well, actually, I think I want my stripes going this way. I want my stripes to go across my bunny, not up and down. So, and I do really want that little, I could have ironed that, actually. I got my iron here for another project. Let me see. I can just kind of iron that out.
That's novel. I hadn't seen that before. What do you do?
Ironing, that's funny. Yeah, no, that's a craft iron, Ed. That's not an iron that you iron clothes with. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my little bunny, put it on here, and then I'm just going to use some pins. Those of you that, Paula, you're very much aware of what I'm going to do. Those of you that are sewers, it's just like putting a pattern. Actually, I'm going to move it up because I'm going to cut a little bit larger. So I'm just going to pin. I could have had some of this done, but I wanted you to just see it from start to finish. And I'm just going to use a couple of pins just to kind of get the pattern down. And then I'm going to use my pinking shears to cut around it and to cut just a little bit larger, not right on the lines. So, let's see, I'm just going to start up here, make it easier to cut. And then I'm going to glue it like I did the carrot and stuff it. And see, there's still plenty of fabric there to make several bunnies, or you could do larger. I would do a bunny in like 2 carrots or something. I actually made a wreath last week with a bunny like this and 3 carrots that I stuffed and made my own wreath attachments. So, but these little bunnies are cute and super easy. So all I'm going to do is just go around and cut just a little bit larger. And you know, he doesn't have to be perfect. He does have to be able to hold his stuffing though. my carrot last week. I'll just go a little slower this week when I glue. And it won't, you're going to see the edges for the bunny because it's the pinking shears, and I think it looks cute being able to see it. So have any of you tried doing a stuffed bunny? I know they're pretty popular, it seems like, on Pinterest. And it only takes a minute to cut around it. And get some sort of a semblance like a bunny. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Because we're just going to glue him. We're just going to glue him and stuff him. And as I'm doing that, let me tell you about something I thought would be fun. A little surprise for tonight. That way I'll have something to talk about while I'm doing the bunny. Okay. I thought it would be fun. Y'all, I realized as I was getting all my materials together. All right, all I'm going to do now is take my glue gun, and it is on high temp because I want to make sure this cloth. All right, hang on. I guess it's hung up on the leg. I may have to move it over a little. I'm just going to go right along the edge, and it'll be better if it's on the hot glue and not the cool glue. And you don't want to skip any places because that's what happened to my little carrot. And then I'm just going to take this little tool because it is hot glue. It seems to hold better than if it was on a low temp. All right, but anyway, as I was getting all my stuff together, I don't know if y'all noticed, but when I do my lives, I have my little basket over here that I like to have my supplies in for my live or, whatever I was doing to show y'all. Well, my basket just got so full it was running over, and it dawned on me, my goodness, even though they're easy projects, they each take something different. And that's a lot of supplies. That's a lot of different things I'm using. So what I ended up, y'all, is I ended up taking these little containers and separating everything and putting it in the container. Hopefully I have everything I need tonight and won't have to send Ed to hunt something or not have to get up to get something. But I thought, you know what, I'm using a lot of supplies. It'll be fun to let y'all guess how many tools and materials I end up using to do all 5 bunnies. And the way we'll do it is I want you just to pick a number that you think, put it in here, and whoever comes the closest without going over, I'm going to do a box of craft goodies for you. I haven't put it together yet, so I can't tell you what'll be in it, but it'll be a box full of fun things. So for instance, my glue gun would be one thing. I'll use it for several things, but it's only going to be counted as one item. And the straight pins that I put in, I used 3 or 4, but I didn't separate those. I just said straight pins. So if that makes sense, it's not every time I use it. Okay, I have found that the easiest way is when you get the head glued, let's just give it a few minutes. I found that it's actually easier to go ahead, all right, I'm going to use some stuffing. It's actually easier to go ahead and stuff the ears and stuff before you get on down. So I'm just going to get a bunch of stuffing here. And I'm going to go ahead and stuff the ears before I glue up the rest of it. But anyway, when you want to give your guess, just put a number in here and it will be the first person that I see closest to the actual number without going over. And remember, because of the speeds, I'm actually going to use a pencil, the eraser part. It will be, with speeds of internet, it's different. You know, so what you go back and see on your side may not be the exact same thing I see on my iPad. So it will be the first person that gets the number correctly right on the dot, or whoever ends up. And it will be tonight, where I won't open it up for all week. But I will go back and check after the live, and the first one I see, if Ed happens to see it, he knows the number. Y'all just, I wrote it on the board. I counted everything and wrote it up there, so he knows the number.
They're starting to guess already.
Okay, if he sees it.
10, 19, 20.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. But seeing as how you don't know what all I'm going to do and you can't see the little things. But I thought that would be fun. But, you know, and like I said, I'm just going to go through the craft supplies I have and fix up a box and send somebody a box of goodies. Now, would you know, I've never had problems getting the stuffing up in the ear before. I may not have let it dry enough, but usually I can just take my fingers and go up in there. But hey, I'm live, so what do you expect?
Judy Smith wanted to know, is just for one project or the whole night?
The whole 5 bunnies. Yeah. And you don't even know what they're going to be yet.
What about the ladies that already guessed?
Well, they guess again. Yeah, you can't guess 100 times. But let's see. I can tell you we're going to do this stuffed bunny. We're going to do a bunny on a stuffed napkin. A stuffed napkin. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? We're going to use that napkin and put a bunny. We're going to do a bunny with the dice. We're going to do a bunny on a canvas. I can't believe I can't even get the stuffing up in there. And it's not glued together, y'all. I'm thinking that I tried to put the stuffing in there before the side and it's hung. Let's try the other ear. Because this is not difficult. I think everything we're going to do tonight I have done several times except for one project. And I think I saved it like towards the end. And I've never done it before, but it's so simple. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's get a little, see if the other ear is going to go up in there. But this is what you would do with this one. And then embellish him any way you want to. Well, there, I'm going to quit doing stuffing. He came loose right there, and if I could make him come loose here and redo it, I think my stuffing would go up in there.
You might have squished the stuffing.
I think the stuffing got,
glue.
yeah, it got on the glue on the side of that. It didn't, and it's like glued. It didn't want to go up in there. Because I thought this would be one of the quick. And you can stuff it as little or as much as you want. But like I said, I did, after making several of them, I discovered it was easier with the ears to stuff them before. All right. See, I pulled this apart, so I'm going to go back and glue this again. You could sew it. You could use the fabric stuff. probably burn myself. But believe it or not, it really is pretty easy. Unless you try to put too much stuffing. Sorry, y'all. We will get him.
As many as those things you
I know. I've probably done 20 of these, and I never had problems with the stuffing. So this is taking a little longer. I apologize. But we can't have our bunny having his stuffing come out of his ear. Maybe I have him. One ear stuffed a little bit more than the other. And I think you probably could,
flop one.
yeah, flop one of them if you wanted to. Not that much. Okay, and when you're guessing things I use to make them, that's going to be, you know, any embellishments I put on it. All right, let's start here and go around this side now. And we won't go all the way around. We'll wait till we get him stuffed and then close up the bottom. And the items don't include like something I've already made, just to show you an example, like the bunny there. It's the actual things I use tonight. And maybe I shouldn't talk while I try to stuff a bunny.
Paula Raker said she got to leave for another meeting. We'll finish out on the replay.
Okay, Paula. Thanks for coming. Put in one good guess.
First one don't count.
Why?
Well, they guessed before you explain.
Oh, just having just this one. Yeah, no, it's all five bunnies. Oops. And these were pinking shears. I'm going to use regular scissors, so just that would be 2. They don't count as 1. Okay, now let's see if we can stuff the rest of him and get to putting things on him. I promise y'all, they won't all take this long. What? Have I lost everybody?
No.
And you just stuff him as, you know, as full as you want, because even once you once you glue him all the way around, you can kind of readjust some of the stuffing.
Brenda Bracken says he's cute.
I've loved doing them, and I really love doing these that are the cream color with the jute. All right, I'm gonna go. I don't think I want my glue gun.
Brenda wanted to know if the word was bunny.
Yes, tonight the word is bunny or bunnies. Doesn't matter. Okay. He's still got that one ear. We may sew it down or something. All right, let's get him a little even. And I'm going to take a black pom-pom. You can embellish, once you get him stuffed, you can embellish him any way you want to embellish him. I've got, and Brenda, I don't know if you were on here, I said if you need a pattern to cut one out, I can send, if people will just give me their email, private message me your email. I have 3 different ribbons here. It doesn't count as 3, just one. I just didn't know which one I wanted to use. I got a shiny one, and I've got a real thin one. But I think I may use this one that's kind of like a canvas or something. It's a little thicker. I did one yesterday where if I wanted to make it a guy bunny, I just took the ribbon and went around his neck like this. And then I added like 3 buttons here because, you know, a guy's not going to have a bow. So, unless it's jute, who knows? So I'm just going to tie a regular little bow. You could put a button on the bow, would be real cute. I didn't bring any in here. You might could use a little thicker ribbon. Wouldn't have to be this thin. But I don't think I want him or her. I'm gonna cut it kind of long and then I'll cut it short. So I'm just gonna put a little glue. Okay, Brenda, did you hop on early enough to hear the second giveaway for tonight? I want everybody to guess how, out of the 5 bunnies that I'm gonna make, how many actual tools and stuff am I using? And it's the first one to mention the number. All right, so there's one bunny, okay? And we need to let him kind of...
She said you can make him a bow tie.
Yeah?
Judy Smith said you can make him a bow tie.
All right, this was just on the polyfill. Okay, so that's one. The next one, I did part of it ahead of time. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna put this little bunny napkin on this house. And let me look, yeah, that's the side. I have already Mod Podged the side and let it dry good. This is the way I like to do my napkins. I like to do the iron-on method. I actually have a napkin bundle in my Etsy store now that's got Easter and spring things on it. I think it's a bundle of 10. But these little houses are great because they're perfect for the tier tray. But what you're going to do with your napkins, and I've already started this one because y'all know one time I worked and like to never found the ply to pull off the napkin. You've got the napkins. Some of them are 2-ply, some of them are 3-ply. This one is 3-ply, and my first thought was, oh, that's going to take forever. But believe it or not, both plies came back when I first tried it. So you just get it started and then you're going to pull gently, because if you didn't take the extra plies off, you would be gluing the white part of the napkin. Most of the napkins in my bundle, like this one napkin, I could get 4 projects out of it if it's on a board small like this. So you're just going to take those 2 plies and throw them away.
Jeannie said hi.
Hi, Jeannie. And you position the napkin on the block or the canvas. You can do this on canvas. You can do it on whatever. I like to do it on the small things for a tiered tray. So I really want to get all that grass, and I kind of want my bunny in the middle. Okay, so I can go ahead and I know I can get by with right about there. And some people put it on wet. I like to do my Mod Podge, and all I used, and count, even though I did it ahead of time, count it as one of the items. I just use this gloss Mod Podge. I don't put Mod Podge on top of my napkins. I spray it with a clear coating, which is this Rust-Oleum clear coat. You wouldn't have to spray it at all if you're just doing it for your house, but just cut some little blocks or canvas. You can buy the little bitty canvases or whatever, and just position, let it dry good. Position your bunny on there where you want him. I almost cut that too short. Thank goodness it's white up there. Okay, I've got my iron hot. I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper, gently lay on my bunny, take a hot iron, and just go over. And as you do this, it activates that Mod Podge under there. And you have no bubbles when you do it this way. And it doesn't take but a few minutes because the napkins are pretty thin. I'm just double checking. I think it's stuck everywhere. Let me do the bottom. I will give you a tip on when you're doing napkins that kind of have a white background. Ed, can you come over here and unplug that iron? And I just don't want it falling off the table. Maybe I'll set it up on that. Okay, like this had a white background. That's why you would want to paint. If you'll paint your wood, then it just makes the colors pop. All right, so this is Bunny 2, and he really needs to cool before I finish him off. And I will just take a sanding block and sand the edges. But see, you've got 3 more bunnies on one napkin. And like I said, he is one of the bunnies in the bundle on the Etsy store. Okay, let's let him cool for a minute, because you don't want to pull or anything.
Turn him around where they can see what he looks like.
You don't want to pull or anything and rip your napkin. I'm just going to take a little bit of sanding paper and let him cool for just a second. So see, I didn't have a whole lot with this, but I did paint the block first. And what I like to do is make my shelf centers reversible. So I'll put the bunny here, and then I probably, if I put this on the website, I don't know, may give it away, but I like to put something on the back side that's not seasonal, to where, you know, after Easter, then they can just turn it around. I just did some, y'all, that I put on the Etsy store, that I put hem paper on this side. Like one of them I did, it has the old rugged cross, and then I took buttons and made a cross on the other side. Really cute. Okay, so I think he's cool enough. And you just take this makes the cleanest edges, and you want to go down all the way around the edges. And see, it just makes a really clean cut. And so you can see, I missed the very top, but when you've painted it, like the background, you can't even see that. If I could put it up close I don't know if I put it up close to the camera, but you cannot even see where the napkin stopped and the paint is. But you just gently get off all that excess. There's not much at the bottom because I wanted all that greenery. There he is. Quick and easy. You know, you handle the iron, kids could do it. I'm trying to move all this stuff out of my way as I'm finishing them. But that would be Bunny too. And that's adorable. That is the cutest little bunny. So if y'all are interested in him, he's actually part of the freebie for tonight. You're getting 1 napkin and 2 little wood bunnies. I didn't get all that right there. Okay. All right, that's Bunny 2. All right, let's go to Bunny 3. Ed, I'm going to give you this. This is probably, like I said, this is the most stuff I've used. We're going to go to Bunny 3. And it's going to be a little bunny on a canvas. I did one in pink. This one's going to be in yellow. And all I did, now you can do it on, this is just canvas, like this. And it was $4.99, but I only buy these canvases at Hobby Lobby when they put them half off. So $2.50 for a canvas. I believe you wouldn't have to, with a bunny this small, you wouldn't have to be this big. You could do something smaller. But I also found, and this is what the things in the dollar store look like. They're just the little wood bunnies. And I'm going to show you how I took it and did it. But these are packs of, I think they'll stand alone. There's 3 of them in here, and I found them at Walmart. And they were like $4. So you could use that. I'm going to use this canvas because I'm probably going to sell them, 1 yellow and 1 pink. And I'm going to use some Waverly Maize color is the color. So I'm going to show you how you're going to do him. And all I did was take my canvas, and he will have to dry before we can do the last steps to him, but I'm going to show you how you put him on there. It's like a reverse painting, basically. Okay. And it doesn't matter, there's no up or down, but what I did is I took the little bunny, and I believe this one I want him turned this way, because that one he's turned that way. I'm going to position him on there. This would be really cute too, to put a little bit of that grass looking moss at the bottom, like grass, but I didn't have any. So I'm just going to try to position him in the center, and then I'm going to take these little clips, because I don't want him to move. And I'm just going to clip him up there and start with clipping right down here. So, because I don't want him to move, I'm going to paint around him. Okay. And I'm going to start yeah, paper towel will be on it. But if you'll go in there and look in the thing where my brushes are, I probably need some, wet it please. I probably need some of the baby wipes because I'm a messy painter. Okay, so I'm just going to take my brush, kind of dip in the, thank you.
Where are they at?
In the thing where I keep my paint, right there as you walk in the door. No, sorry y'all. I try not to send him for anything. Right here behind you, Ed, in the shelves, top one. Top shelf right there. No, the drawer that you pull out. I can see him and he's looking on a shelf. The drawer. There. Baby wipes, right there. Okay. So I'm just going to go around him gently. Thank you. See, it never fails. I always have to send you after something, don't And I don't worry about where the clips are right now. And I know reverse painting is not really what it's called, but...
Donna Smith said hi there.
Hi, Donna. Donna, if you're just hopping on, I have a new, different giveaway for tonight. A whole box of crafting supplies, if you guess the number correctly. This seems like some really thin paint. I'm going to have to give it several coats. The number of items that I use in the crafts tonight to make 5 bunnies. And it does not carry over. I'll pick right after the lives. I don't guess Ed has seen anybody with the correct number yet.
No, I haven't.
Because I went through and counted everything.
Some of them counted just the
Just
first.
that one, yeah.
Judy Smith says she guess I might say goodnight. I'll finish washing.
All right, Judy.
God bless and have a good week.
Yeah, you too, and get some sleep. I can't imagine having to get up at 3:30. I do good now to get up at 8:30, which is great. I couldn't very well do this ahead of time, and y'all know how I did it and what I did. But we're going to have to do this one and then set it aside to dry before I actually. And all I'm going to do, you can decorate it up as much as you wanted to, spruce it up. But I'm just going to put, just like I did on that one, a little bow and a pom-pom for a tail. I may give the yellow another coat. All right, now what I'm going to do, I don't want him to move. So I'm going to put my clip back on there. And take this clip loose just so I can get up here. And I'm going to use a smaller brush for his, up here around his ears. I don't want tons of paint on it because I don't want it to run under his ears. But you know, even if, I mean, bunnies are fuzzy and furry, so even if it's not perfect, that's okay. And of course, it doesn't matter if you get a little paint on your bunny. I'm just using him as a pattern to go around him. But I will have yellow all over me before I'm done. I'm not going to fool with trying to paint the back here. I might later, but not right now. Okay. Let me make sure I've got around him. I can do the other parts and give him a second coat.
Be careful it don't go under there. I've seen it bubble up.
About his ears?
No, down on his side. About where we at now.
Okay, well let's take him off and see. Ah, not bad. A little thick right there about the eye, but I mean you have to be right up on it to see it. So I guess I better use those baby wipes if you haven't done yet. Huh? This is something, y'all, if you paint, using chalk paint or craft paint, you want to have on hand for sure. If you're messy like I am. And I am messy. Messy crafter. All right, that's going to have to dry. I'm not going to use the paintbrushes again. Can you just put them in some water, please? Okay. Don't forget to SHARE and follow my page. Get your name in the cup for the free bunny napkin and 2 little wooden bunnies like I just used. Y'all, I need some water for just a second. That stuffed bunny like to done me in. All right, I'm going to put this one aside for just a few minutes. And then the ribbon I chose was this black and white polka dot. And I'm just going to make a little bow, just like I did on this one.
Dollar said guess how many in the craft box?
No, you guess how many products or tools that I use to do all 5 bunnies. Like scissors would be one, glue gun would be one. So you just kind of have to guess. What got me thinking about that is I had so many things, my bucket was just getting full. Every one of these took different things to use. So it's just a guess. It's when I get through with 5 bunnies, how many items would I have used in tonight's crafts?
I've been watching. There's one lady who was one off.
Oh.
She went one over.
Oh, well, we may, it's whoever gets. Ed just gave y'all a big hint. Go back and look through them. It's whoever gets the closest and does not go over. And like I said, I counted them ahead of time and put it on the board, so I couldn't cheat if I wanted to. And I don't want to. But anyway, it's going to be a box full of just crafting stuff. I hadn't put it together yet. So I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be a bunch of goodies. All right, so here's bunny 1. If you missed it, it's just a stuffed bunny.
Karen Hunter got it dead on.
Who?
Karen Hunter.
All right, so she's the first one that you've seen? Karen?
She got to 45 and she backed it up to 40.
Ah!
I give it away.
You gave it away. You gave it a hint. Karen is our winner. I will be using 44 different things. So Karen, you will be getting, and she won the carrots too, right?
No. Yeah, Karen.
Yeah. So I'll just slip them in your box with craft supplies. Okay, so this was Bunny 2, decoupage, and he's a napkin. This is the napkin. This is the freebie for tonight. And then this is Bunny 3, but it's going to be done in yellow. We're working on it. It's got to dry. Okay, and I was going to tell you too, be on the lookout for anything like this at the Dollar Tree. Because you could use this. You could use this in the inside for something. You can stand it. You can use it as a tray. You can paint this and decoupage napkins on it. Just always think outside the box and be looking for different things. Like I said, this was a canvas from Hobby Lobby, but that tail's too big. But different places.
It's fuzzy. Put something back in the middle. I'm zoomed in. There you go.
But different places. That's the tail I'm going to use, and I'm going to use this ribbon on him as soon as he dries. Okay, so that's bunny number 3, but he needs to dry. I'll use my heat gun if he doesn't dry pretty quick. Let's go to bunny 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And they're a little faster. Okay. Now, here's bunny 4. Our little marshmallow people with the dice. I thought, we used 3 or 4 different white balloons like this to cover that green. What'd you do?
I reversed it. I was trying to get it to focus and I... Sorry.
We used 3 or 4 balloons when we tried to cover this green. So I thought, well, I'm just going to paint it. So I did. It took 2 coats, but I'm still going to put 1 balloon over it. And we're going to make like the marshmallow people, but we're going to make like a bunny. So you want to take but this is what you start with. Dollar Tree has them. There's 2 in a thing. Now, our Dollar Tree has not had any the last several times I've been in there. And I know, Jeannie, you're looking for them. I'm going to keep looking. In fact, I'm going to...
She just says, hey, Ed, forehead.
Hey, did he have his hair combed, Jeannie? I will keep looking for them, and if I find some, I'll send them to you. But just take your dice and just paint it. And then you won't need but like 1 balloon. And we're going to stretch that balloon over our dice. fingers are not working.
Karen Hunter said smile in.
Really, I'm telling you, he's got big fingers and he's just scared to touch. And it's an iPad, y'all. It's not a little phone. But now, the first time he did it and made the face, my kids got the biggest kick out of that. Pam said every time she feels a little bad, she goes back and watches that video where he just takes his hands and throws them up on his head like, oh gosh, what have I done? All right, so I'm just stretching the balloon, and it's just a white balloon, over the thing. And I'll tell you something else. Be on the lookout. I was going to show you these little blocks. They were dice also, and they were 4 to a package. I just don't have I didn't have 4 of them on my tray at this moment because they were 4, and I've looked for them since then because I want to be able to spell out spring and summer and Easter and things that had more than 4 letters. But I started out with love, and all I did was paint them, and then these are just these little press-on stickers. So you can spell anything you want to, and they look really cute. Right now, and see, you can use all sides. I think I did hope or pray with the P. I'm not sure. No, P's being used right now for hop on my tray. So you could do different words and have them all. So I don't know if y'all see it upside down or not. But, I mean, be on the lookout for these little dice, too. But I was just going to tell you about those. But I'm using this one. Also, Jeannie, I was going to tell you, some Dollar Trees may not have the small ones, but over in the Teacher Supply, they do have a bigger one. I have one back there that it has like 4 or 6 sides that's got like a little round eraser board thing. It would be harder to cover probably, but it could be done. All right, but we're going to make a bunny rabbit out of this. And I've got my dice and my balloon. And to make its ears, I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner, cut it in half, kind of shape it like an ear a little bit, because they don't need to be too big. And then just twist it here at the bottom. Doesn't have to be perfect. Twist this one. You do kind of want them a little close together in size.
Jeannie says I got the huge ones. The balloons won't fit for me.
Oh, well, try painting it. But since the sides are kind of smooth, but you probably could paint it and do it. Now, I did get balloons to go on mine. It was hard, but I did. All right, so the ears, you could just do 2 ears up, but I wanted color. So what I did is just took a piece of ribbon, it's the 2.5 inch, and I'm going to mark, I guess I can do it with a pencil. I'm going to mark the other side, just around it, this pipe cleaner. So that I can cut it out and glue it on the back and give my bunny ears a little bit of color in the middle. And it's just 2.5 inch ribbon. You could do material. Okay. All right, I'm just going to run a little bit of glue around my pipe cleaner and put that piece of ribbon on it. I need something to hold it. And if you have some sticking off, then you can just trim it a little bit. So there's one ear. All right, I'm going to do the other one. And I brought more ribbon than I needed in here, but... And what I did, Ed, would you get those two rabbits over there off my tier tray? I wanted to use my same bunnies, marshmallow people, for other things. So I didn't want to glue my ears. This is the first one I made. And I wanted to use the same face, so I just pulled the hats off mine. But I got the ears too far back, and I need to put the bow a little bit closer. And but I didn't glue them, and I'll show you what I did so that next month I can just pull these off and put a hat for spring or whatever back on. And then this is the one I decided I wanted to look more like a bunny. So I did it, and all I did was, see, I used one of the others that I had and just put another balloon over it to give me the face here. And then when Easter's over, I'm just going to pull this balloon off. So, I mean, you can do a lot of different, this is a new one, so I could just glue the ears on, but I'm going to show you, if you want to be able to use your people for other seasons, you don't really want stuff permanently attached. So, can anybody guess what I'm going to use to put the ears on and not glue it? I'll give you a few minutes before I actually get it out and show it to you. But it worked really well. Or it did before. We have any guesses? How am I going to attach the bunny ears without gluing them?
Freezing? What is it, freezing?
Oh. I'm glad I turned my glue gun down. Okay.
Paula said your live feed is interrupted. But it still shows to be live.
Maybe go out and try to come back in, Paula. Maybe it couldn't stand Ed's forehead. Yeah, try just go out and come back in and see. Okay. So there's my ears. All right. It really doesn't matter which one is going to be the face, but what I'm going to do is take these little floral pins. And I may need to, and I'm just going to put the ears on there like that.
Karen said you're going in and out. And
oh,
Paula said now it's better.
Sorry, y'all. But you haven't noticed it. So
I haven't noticed it leave out.
All right, so I just used the floral pin. Put it in there, and then I'm going to pull the ear up. So I'm going to put my ears.
Jeannie said you're lagging for all of us, I believe.
Oh, well, it may be Facebook too. At least they haven't taken my page away from me like they have so many crafters. That's crazy. But I didn't want to use glue. So I'm just going to push those floral pins down in there. See? And then I'm going to make a bow. That ribbon I felt was too wide for a bow, but I need a bow to kind of cover, you know, the floral pins there. So is it still just kind of coming and going, y'all? Or maybe it'll be better if you go out and come back.
I hadn't seen the live go away, so.
Could be the internet. It's doing something weird. All right, this is not the best ribbon to make a bow, y'all, but you'll get the idea. I think with both of these, I used the same ribbon. So I could cut that ribbon and use it, but...
They say it's better now. It healed itself.
Good. It was just shock from... It was just the shock from seeing Ed's face. I'm sure that's what it was. Okay. That's not the best bow, but...
The focus kept messing up, and I was trying to fix the focus.
I might go back. Oh, I didn't want to glue. Sorry. I don't think this will hurt. I'll just pull that thing off. And then I'm just going to try to put it there where you can't see where I pushed in the pins for the ears. But, you know, the cool thing about most all of these, you can decorate them any way you want to. I just want to give you some ideas of different things. All right, now I need to draw a face on my bunny. You can just take a marker. I did this today to see if it would work. Do you remember the little scatter balls? Glitter ball things, a whole bag of them? I took a shiny pipe cleaner, cut off little pieces, and just stuck in the sides of one of those glitter balls. And this is going to be my nose and whiskers for my bunny. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue, just a little bit. Then I'll draw my eyes. You could use buttons. And I'm just gonna draw a couple of little eyes on my bunny. And this is not one that has the really sharp edge. When I get done, I will go back and like give her little lashes. But then I'm gonna come down a little bit and from her nose and just do a mouth. So for sure, I mean, y'all can draw a better bunny face, but this is just to give you an idea of how you can take the same, I mean, like I said, these are the same ones I used with the socks and stuff, and I just put bunny ears on them and stuff. So there's my little bunny. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can finish up this one. I think it's close enough to being dry. I'm gonna put his little tail on him. And you could definitely spruce this one up more. You can write on it. You could write Happy Easter. You could write someone's name. And these are cute because, I mean, they'll just stand up on their own if you get it straight. So they can be shelf sitters. You could hang them. And I'm going to put the black and white. Just make a little bow. And I'll have to fix it. This ribbon is actually, I kind of like that. It's got, let's see if that'll look crazy. It's double-sided ribbon, and I don't know if you can see, but it's polka dots on one side and stripe on the other. Yeah, I don't like that. Scrap that. I'm gonna have to twist it and do it to where the stripe I mean, the stripe is just in the middle, and the bows, both polka dots.
Karen says, love bunnies, they're so cute.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I absolutely adore that napkin. He's just such a sweet bunny. All right, and then you don't want you can put flowers across there. You can do whatever you want to. Grass at the bottom. I still want my bow a little bit smaller. Y'all hang in there with me. We've been over an hour, and I don't like to go over an hour, but the last one, it won't take, I say that, won't take but just a few minutes, but it's one I've never done before. But I saw it on Pinterest, and I thought it was just too cute. So you'll have to hang around and see it or come back and watch the replay. Don't forget to spread the love and invite your friends. You could actually win one of those napkins and two little...
Karen says she loves a napkin. He's her favorite.
Yeah, I love that napkin. I think it's so pretty. And the little wooden bunnies that I used to do this outline, you could cover them with scrapbook paper and put both of them on one. All right, I'll probably cut that shorter, but let me get it on there. I probably will go back over this one after the live and make the yellow a little brighter. And I may cut the ribbon shorter for that one. So there's that one. All right, we're done with this. We're done with this. The next one, my last bunny. I actually saw another one somewhere today, but I thought, no, it was carrots. I saw some other carrot things that were really neat. We're going to take, and I've already done my ears. On Pinterest, what I saw is they said to take a pot or a candle. It actually said it was a little candle jar from Dollar Tree, but I couldn't find that. But I did find this little white thing from Hobby Lobby in their spring section. It's like a flower pot. Now, it's got this on one side, but I can paint over that if I want to. Or for right now, I'm just going to put it at the back. Okay, what I saw had like moss in it with like a succulent plant in it. But all you need for this one is some felt. I took white felt, and I got the Hobby Lobby. I got the little bit thicker so that it would stand up, and then the thinner for the inside of the ears. And you just cut you out little ears, and then cut the other one. They're not perfect, and then I'm gonna glue the pink center in. And like I said, I only bought one of these, so I couldn't do one ahead of time to see if it was going to work the way I had it in my head. So you just put your pink parts in your ear, and then I want this to be the back. So I'm going to take my bunny ear, put some hot glue across the back of it, and put it just glue it right on there, and it should stand up. I'll do the other one. Put it on there like that. Just glue them on there. Then I decided I was going to take just a little. You have to put his face on there. You can draw it, you can paint it. I thought I would put, and y'all, I can't do things backwards or upside down. I'll just have to turn it around and let you see. I'm just going to use a little pom-pom for his nose. And then I decided I was going to use these little black buttons for his eyes. And then you take a marker. You could use the pipe cleaner if you wanted to give it a little more dimension. Or you can just take a black magic marker and draw the whiskers. And then you put whatever you want to in it. I thought it would be really, and it's small enough to go on your tiered tray. And I thought it would be cute to put candy in. All right. I'm not an artist, so my whiskers look weird. But you get the idea. Okay, and that's all there is to that one. It's just, now if I wanted to, I can paint that, but I probably won't. I can just pull the ears off. But if you just take it and you put candy in it, or you can put, jelly beans would be cute in it. Does that look like a bunny? Anyway, I thought it was a cute idea. And y'all are better artists than I am, I'm sure. So, but what I saw had like the greenery, it was the moss basically, and it had a plant in it, just a little bitty, one of those succulent plants in it. But I thought it would be cute filled with wrapped candy or jelly beans, but it's small enough, it'll go on the tier tray. Pretty much, if you have a large tier tray, these would too, but basically everything else would go on there really well. So that's my 5 bunnies, and Karen got it right on the dot. I used 44 different materials, counting the glue sticks and the glue gun and all that. And I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit longer than normal, but I wanted to give you some ideas of some things you could do. But so Karen will be getting a box of goodies, craft goodies. You want to hand me that napkin and the bunnies, the giveaway. And this, if you say bunny, share the video, spread the love. Our freebie for Friday, we'll draw on Friday, is this napkin, and it actually gives you, 4 bunnies. These 2 little bunnies that you can either do what I did with these and do the reverse painting, or you could cover them with scrapbook paper. And if you do scrapbook paper, you just take that piece of sandpaper. You can use an emery board for these small places to get in here, and then you just put the bunny on something. So this we'll draw for first thing Friday night. Friday, the plan is, if I can find a nice grapevine. I haven't showed y'all a grapevine yet. That will be interesting because I've never done a grapevine at the table sitting down. But I have a really pretty sign for Easter that has the Easter lilies, and it says He is risen. And I bought some pretty Easter lilies. So I'm going to do if I can find the grapevine, I'm going to do a grapevine wreath on Friday night. If not, we'll probably do some magnolia design stencils, and I'll show you using the ink or something how to do some tea towels. But I appreciate y'all hanging in here with me tonight. I know this was a little bit long, but I hope I've given you some ideas, and that's really what I want to do. You don't have to do anything exactly the way I did it. Just use your creativity and think outside the box as far as the things you can use. I am going to be looking for sure for some more of these little, and they're just square boxes, little bitty dice. They were at the Dollar Tree, and they were 4 in a thing, because they work perfectly on the tiered trays with all the other stuff. And right now mine, I have it say hop. But okay, I guess that's it for tonight. I've kept you long enough. I really appreciate y'all coming. Be sure and follow my page if you're not already, and spread the love by putting this video on your page for your friends to see. Come back here and put in the word bunny. That's our word for tonight if you want to win these. So I appreciate y'all, and I will see you Friday at 6:30. Have a great week. Bye.